I brought my wife's car in for a routine oil change. Predictable, mundane. Yet when the mechanic, a man I had trusted for a decade, summoned me to his office, something in his voice felt off. He closed the door behind me and locked it. His hands shook as he reached into a drawer. "I need to show you something," he said. "All right," I answered, calm, detached. He paused as though measuring my reaction. "But you can't go home afterward." The words tilted the world, not fear, but curiosity. He set a small plastic bag on the desk. Inside lay a silver flash drive, wrapped in electrical tape, the kind meant to hide secrets, not wires. He claimed to have found it under the spare tire, affixed to the frame. My pulse didn't spike, it slowed. He pushed it toward me. I didn't open it. "You should," I thought. I nodded, slipped it into my pocket, thanked him and left. The afternoon sun struck differently, muted, deceptive. I didn't drive home. Instead, I went to a deserted parking lot behind an abandoned grocery store, sat in silence and opened my laptop. The footage was rough, from a dashboard camera, hers. The view, the interior, the passenger seat, and him, Daniel, my neighbor. He leaned in, laughing. Her smile wasn't casual, it was intimate, instinctive. The timestamp read 2 months back, the same night she claimed to be working late. The rest of the recording was drowned in the beat of my own heart, their hands, their mouths, her whisper of his name. I closed the laptop, staring at my reflection in the dark screen. My face was blank, waiting for permission to feel. I denied it. Instead, I began cataloging, every detail, every lie, the late-night inventory checks, the foreign perfume in the car, the sudden distance that had nothing to do with work. Anger never surfaced, only precision, surgical and controlled. For 3 days, I played normal. Breakfast, small talk, empty questions. She kissed my cheek each morning. I let it happen. Every touch left a trace, a fingerprint on a crime scene. At night, I traced the web of truth. Her phone charger moved, her texts delayed, her laughter forced. I tracked her routes through the car's GPS, noting repeated destinations, one by the river, another downtown. At the downtown location, Daniel's car sat where hers typically did. Across the street, a bakery's window reflected the truth. Behind tinted glass, I watched her reach across the table to touch his hand. No confrontation, no words. Observation only. That night, I made a decision. I would not be the man who screams. I would be the man who records. I ordered a data recovery kit and extracted everything from the drive, videos, messages, recordings, her voice calling him the only man who makes me feel seen. Strange, I had spent 10 years seeing her, perhaps too clearly. On the 5th day, I printed everything, dates, images, recordings. I organized them neatly in a manila envelope and left it on the kitchen counter before she arrived. She walked in, smiled, kissed me, opened the fridge. I waited. Her eyes landed on the envelope. She froze. "What's this?" "Open it," I said quietly. She did. Page by page, her expression collapsed in slow motion. The air shifted, colder, sharper. "I can explain," she whispered. "I know," I replied. "I've already heard all your explanations through every lie you've ever told." She reached for me, tears spilling too freely. I stepped back, silence stretched, sterile, unbearable. She sobbed against the counter while I observed the architecture of her guilt. The next morning, I called Daniel and asked him to meet me at the Riverside Cafe. He arrived, nervous, trying to smile. I handed him a second envelope, identical. "Don't worry," I said. "I made copies." He opened it, paled. "Jesus, man, I cut him off. I'm not your man." I walked away before he could reply, leaving only awareness behind. By the time I returned home, her suitcases were gone. So was her car, yet the house felt lighter. That night, I sat in the driveway where her car had been. The oil stain remained, a faint trace of what had been hidden beneath the spare tire. The mechanic had been right. You can't go home afterward. Home isn't a place. It's a truth you inhabit. Ours was gone. I felt no anger, no grief, only clarity. Cold, slow burning. I deleted the files, not to forgive, but to erase the version of myself that still demanded proof. The engine hummed beside me, patient. I put the car in gear and drove, directionless, the only path that still felt honest. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment.